Assalamualaikum class, how are you all? I hope you all are fine. As we have done question number 1, 2 and 3 of exercise number 1.1 in previous video, today we will do question number 4 and 5 of exercise number 1.1. Before starting that questions, first you have to understand some concepts of maths that will be useful for your exercise. First one is empty set. As you can see from the word that there is a word empty. Empty means nothing. For example, if I have no money in my pocket, it means my pocket is empty. In the same way, if I am holding a glass of water in my hand and if there is no water in the glass, it means the glass is empty. So simple words, empty means nothing. Empty set. What does empty set means? A set which contains no element is called an empty set. We'll understand the concept by considering few examples. As you can see in the first example, the set of 100 feet tall boys. Obviously, we all know that there is no person whose height is 100 feet. It means it is an empty set. Now, second example is human beings who visited Venus. Venus is the planet of our solar system. Obviously, there is no life on Venus. It is again an empty set. Now, in the third example, the set of counting number between 1 and 2. Obviously, there is no number between 1 and 2. It means it is again an empty set. Now, the question arises here, how will we write the empty set? The symbol for the empty set is this. This symbol is actually called phi, P-H-I, phi. Or instead of this symbol, sometimes we use a simple empty brackets. These two are the representation of empty set. Now, answer of this, as I told you, these examples are empty. So for answer, it will become A is equals to empty set. B equals to phi. We will use one symbol at a time. C equals to again the empty set. These two means same. Now, the next one is Singleton set. As you can see from the word singleton, a single word is there. Single means one. A set having a single element, one element is actually called Singleton set. For example, Islamic month of fasting. Obviously, there is one month for Muslims in which they fast, that is Ramadan. Its answer is Ramadan. Now, in the second example, the natural number between 5 and 7. A number that is present between 5 and 7 is 6. This is the answer, B equals to 6. Last example is the set of whole numbers less than 1. As you all know that whole numbers starts from 0. So a number that is less than 1 is 0. This is the answer. Okay class, now question number 4 is there. List the elements of the following sets. You have to do this question on your notebook. Third part is m equals to multiples of 5 greater than 5. I already told you about the listing of elements in the previous video, so I am directly going to solve the questions here. Answer will be m equals to multiples of 5. Multiple means you have simply count the table of 5 here. You have to start from number that is greater than 5. It will be 10, 15, 20 up to so on. It means it is not going to end here. Next part is A equals to primary colors. Many of you have already familiar with the primary colors, but let me recall it for you. Primary colors are actually the main three colors from where all other colors came into existence. Those are called primary colors. So primary colors are A equals to, that is blue, yellow and red. At the end of your book, where your answer of all the exercises are given, there instead of yellow, green is written there. That is wrong. Yellow is the primary color, not green. You can check on the internet. Next part is B equals to persons having ages 200 years or above. Obviously, there is no person who aged 200 years or above it. It means it is an empty set. Class, you have to do all the remaining parts of this question by yourself. Now, next topic is universal set. What is universal set? The largest possible set of all elements for a specific situation is universal set. We'll understand the concept of universal set by taking some examples. As you can see in the first example, there is a set of natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 up to so on. Now from this set we can easily make many of other sets, like we can make the set of odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7 up to so on. As you can see, all the elements of the set of odd numbers are taken from the elements of natural numbers, from the set of natural numbers. And as you can see the second example, this is the set of prime numbers, again 2, 3, 5, 7 up to so on. Again the elements of prime numbers are taken from the natural number, the set of natural numbers. It means these two sets, we made these two sets from the set of natural number. So this set of natural number is the largest possible set. So the largest possible set is universal set. And the sets that we have derived are actually the subset of these sets. Now, as you can see in the second example, A equals to the set of students of 6th Aqua. You can easily name all the students of 6th Aqua, and we can make other sets from this set also. Like in this set, B is equals to the set of position holders of 6th Aqua. In this set, we will write only the names of those students who are position holders. So obviously those names are taken from the above set. In this set, C is equals to the set of students who got above 90% in finals. We will write the name of only those students who got 90% in finals, and obviously the elements of these sets are again taken from this set. It means this is the largest possible set and it is called the universal set. And these two sets are the subsets of this set. Now next topic is Venn diagram. Venn diagram was actually introduced by a mathematician, John Venn. What is Venn diagram? Venn diagram, it is a simple closed figure to show sets and the relationship between different sets. When we have to show these sets in the form of diagram, we use the Venn diagram. This is the representation of Venn diagram. As you can see from the picture, this is the rectangle and this rectangle shows the universal set. And to draw the subset, we will use any simple closed figure that will come inside this rectangle. This rectangle is the universal set and subsets will be present inside this rectangle. Now there are three cases for the Venn diagram. The first one is disjoint sets, second is overlapping sets, and the third is A is a subset of B or B is a subset of A. I'll explain each of the case one by one. Okay class, now the first case is disjoint sets. Disjoint means when there is no common element. When there is no same element, then it is called the disjoint set. As you can see, this one is in this example, this one is the universal set and these two are the subsets of this universal set. All the elements of set A and B are taken from the universal set. 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. All the elements are taken from this. Now when we will draw the Venn diagram of this disjoint set, what we have to do? This is the universal set. This rectangle is showing the universal set. And this is the subset A and this is B. We'll draw two circles separately. Now write down the elements of A. Elements of A are 2, 4 and 6. And elements of B are 1, 3 and 5. Now what we will write in this universal set? We will write those elements that are not same with any of the subset. Like this 1 is same with this, will not write it. 2 is same, 3 is same, 4 is same, 5 is same, 6 is same. We will not write those elements that are same with any one of the subset. We will write only those elements that are different. 7, 8, 9 and 10. This is the Venn diagram of disjoint set. Now the second case is overlapping sets. Overlapping means some elements are common. Again, as you can see in this example, this one is the universal set and these two are the subsets of this universal set. The elements of P and the elements of Q are taken from this universal set. First step is to identify that whether the given example is overlapping or disjoint or the subset. For identification, you have to see these two subsets. As you can see, some elements are common, like 3 and 3 are common, 5 and 5, 7 and 7 are common. but some elements like 2, 1 and 9 are not common. It means it is an overlapping set. To draw the Venn diagram of this case, overlapping sets, we have to draw two circles. As there are two subsets, so we will draw two circles. The first circle is of subset P and the second circle is of subset Q. And we will overlap these two circles. Now this portion, this is the Venn diagram. This rectangle is showing the universal set and these two circles are actually showing the subsets. Now this portion is very important. In this portion, we will write those elements of this overlapping set that are same in P and Q, that are common in P and Q. Like 3 and 3 are common, 5 and 5 are common, 7 and 7 are common. It means we will write here 3, 5 and 7. These are the elements that are same in both subsets. Now in this portion, we will write those elements of set P that are left. Like this 2 is left here, we will write 2 here. Now in this portion, 1 and 9 are left, so we will write 1 and 9 here. Now when we talk about the universal set, we will write those elements in this area that are not same with any one of the subset. Like 1 and 1 are same, we will not write it. 2 and 2 are same, 3 and 3 are same. Yes, 4 is not present here. So we will write 4 here. Again, 5 is present, 6 is not present. So we will write 6. 7 is same, 8 is not present. So we will write 8. Now 9 is also present and we will write 10. This is the Venn diagram of overlapping sets. Okay class, now the last one is subsets, last cases. This is a universal set, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 20 numbers are there. These two are the subsets of this universal set. All the elements are taken from this universal set. Now as you can see, all the elements of this set X are same with the elements of Y. Like 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. All the elements of set X are also present in the elements of set Y. It means this set X is actually the subset of this Y. So when we have this case, how will we draw the Venn diagram? First of all, again the rectangle is showing the universal set. So as I told you that X, all the elements of X are present in Y, it means X will be drawn inside the circle of Y. X will be drawn inside the circle of Y. So first I am going to write the elements of X here. These are the elements 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. Elements of X. Now X will come inside the circle of Y. Now what will we write in the circle of Y? We will write those elements that are not same with this set X. Like 1, 3, 9, 15. These 4 elements are different from the above set of X. So we will write those elements here. 1, 3, 9 and 15. Now move on to the universal set. 1 to 20. 20 numbers are there. Again we will write those elements in this portion that are different from all these two subsets. First, 1 is there. 1 is also present in subset. We will not write 1. 2. Yes. 2 is not present in any of the subsets. So we will write 2 here. 3 is present. 4 is not present. So we will write 4. 5 is present. We will write 6. 7 is present. 8. 9 is present. 10. 11 is present. 12 is not. 13 is present. 14 is not. 15 is present. 16 is not. 17 is present. 18 is not. 19 is present. And at last 20 is the number that is different from these two subsets. In this way we will draw the Venn diagram of the last case. Now this is question number 5. Open your notebooks and start writing this question. Which of the following represent the universal set? First of all, in this question, it is not mentioned that which one is the universal set in these sets. First, you have to identify that which one is the universal set and represent them through Venn diagram, and you have to draw the Venn diagram also. Now, first set is all consonants of English alphabets. You all are familiar what are consonants. Second is all vowels of English alphabets. Obviously, A, E, I, O, U are the vowels. C is all English alphabets, and D, in D set some elements are given. As you can understand that this is the universal set in which this is all English alphabets. This one is the universal set. All the elements of A, B and D are taken from this set C. Okay, now the solution is, I wrote all the elements of these sets like all consonants of English alphabets. These are the consonants. B, all vowels of English alphabets. These are the vowels and the elements of D. First, how you will identify that this is the overlapping set? As you can see, some elements are common between subsets. For example, like many of the elements like this C and C are common. B is not present here. B and B are common. F and F are common. Some elements are common and some are not. It means it is an overlapping set. 3 subsets are given, A, B and D. So we will draw 3 circles, A, D and B. This is the Venn diagram. You will draw a rectangle of this universal set with the help of pencil and scale, and draw the circles with any round shape thing that you have. Now 3 subsets are there, B, D and A. As I told you before, this is the portion where we write the common elements. First, I will write the common elements of B and D. This is B and this is D. Which elements are common? A is common. Write down A here. A here. E is common. Write down E here. Only these 2 elements are common. So we will write common elements here. Now in this portion, we will write the common elements of D and A. This is A and this is D. Common elements. B is common. C is common. D is common. F is common. G is common and H is common. Now write down all the elements here. B, C, D, F, G and H. These are the common elements of D and A. Now in this portion, write the remaining elements of B, that is I, O, U, I, O and U. Now I'm going to write the remaining elements of A. These are the elements, the remaining elements of A. Sorry, this is not G, this is J. Correct it. Now write down. First this J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, then this Y, and at end J. These are the remaining elements of set A, and this is all the Venn diagram of this question. Okay class, now this is your diary. Do question number 4-5 on notebook and prepare test of exercise number 1.1 question 1 to 5. Do prepare your test very carefully because your test will be the combination of seen and unseen questions. Allah Hafiz.